Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hello Dave with Down to Earth Astronomy. What a week it has been. Now, Elite news on its own has been a little quiet, of course, since it's been like the whole Christmas, New Year's, so not a lot of news or fish news coming out from Frontier, but that doesn't mean the community has been quiet. I, of course, arranged a trip up to the news station at the top of the galaxy, 5,500 light years straight north, straight up out of the galactic plane from the bubble, and I have been amazed at how many people took part in this trip. I tried to estimate it, but it's really difficult. I can't actually see how many people were docked, but I could go into the Discord and see how many people signed up for information on the trip in there. And we had 170 people sign up in there. And I know there could be some people who signed up who maybe didn't take part, but I also think there's a lot of people who maybe took part in the trip who's not on Discord at all. So my guess is that we've probably been somewhere between 170, 200, maybe even more people on board who all went up to the top of the galaxy for a weekend little excursion. And first of all, people had a blast on the way up there. People were really excited for the trip, and every stop people were getting out, like doing their honks of the system, flying around the carrier, and people were talking to each other in local, people talking to each other on Discord. It was just such a nice atmosphere. And yes, we did have a few people who got left behind who didn't make it back to the carrier before it jumped. But luckily, we did have the carrier of shame running 2 stops behind us, picking up stragglers as they got left behind. I'm actually sitting here looking at the countdowns for the next jump while I'm recording Hello Dave, because right now here Sunday evening, of course, jumping the carrier back to the bubble with everybody on board. We flew up there Friday, come back on Sunday. I didn't really have any events planned while I was up there. A lot of people asked why I didn't live stream it. I don't really think carrier jumping is the most interesting thing to live stream, since it's going to be me clicking next system and then waiting 20 minutes and then clicking next system again. So it's not the most engaging gameplay. But just because I didn't plan any events while we were up there didn't mean that people didn't come together and plan their own events. I actually had Commander Rayla, and she organized 2 events, a SRV race and a fighter race up there. Huge amount of people who went up there with the carrier, who came together. They had a blast, like raced around in some SRVs, raced around in some fighters, and sounded like they had a ton of fun. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to participate myself, but I did throw in some gift cards for the merch store as prizes for the winners, because there was such nice thing to see the community coming together, like planning their own events. That I don't always have to be like the catalyst to start things. Such a nice initiative, and huge thumbs up to Rayler for setting that up. It was such a great event to see. But I think it's been an absolute success. The trip has been such a joy, and I really enjoyed having this trip, and I know a lot of you guys also did. And I'm already considering if I should do another trip at some point. I have another destination in mind. While this destination can be reached via conventional means, I still think it could be fun to do some more excursions. I have a destination in mind where there's a system with some Lagrange clouds and some like just lightning storms inside them. They're quite rare, they're not easy to find, but I thought it could be fun to do something similar. You know, pick up people in the bubble, fly them out to the system. People can get their screenshots, and then we're gonna fly people back again. So again, while these systems can be reached via conventional means, so you can't just jump out there yourself and back, I think the whole idea of having these carrier trips is such a... I mean, I thought it would just be fun. People go up there to get their screenshots, but people had such a fun time flying there together, talking to other people as they went up there, like flying together when they were up there. They did group screenshots in front of the carrier, and Discord has been absolutely flooded with screenshots and pictures of people exploring the systems, both on the way up and also right now on the way down again, and of course from the system itself. If I'm doing another trip, I don't know exactly when I'll do that trip, but I'll be sure to announce it well in advance here on the channel, so keep an eye on Hello Dave, keep an eye on the Discord server, as if I do more trips like this, I will be announcing it there. But we're not the only one who's been out and having a fun time in the black. Metallic VR set a new world record for Sol to Beagle Point with a time of 5 hours, 48 minutes and 9 seconds, beating the previous record of 5 hours, 52 minutes and 28 seconds. So he cut off like a good just over 4 minutes of the trip from Sol to Beagle Point. I actually think that's funny, putting that into perspective, that Metallic made it from Sol to Beagle Point faster, then I can fly the fleet carrier from the bubble up to the top of the galaxy. That leads me on quickly to the live stream tomorrow, which will be in the usual time spot at 8 o'clock in-game time. And tomorrow I will be going out and I'll be doing some map mining. I've recently been completing a series on map mining in hash-rest sites. I am coming out with the build for it. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for it. And yes, I have just finished today recording the build guide for the hash-rest version of the Gold Digger that I will be using for that. So I will be sure to post that video as soon as I'm done editing it. But I want to go out and I want to do some map mining so you guys can see it in action as well, doing a live stream. And that will be happening tomorrow, and I will be live streaming it here both on YouTube and on Twitch. And as I said, it's going to be 8 o'clock in-game time. I hope to see you guys there. But that's gonna be it for this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.